Welcome back to another Yakin Squad episode. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be making jig heads because the weather around here is pretty crappy and we use a lot of jig heads fishing over the summers. So I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Alright, so if you're going to be doing this at home, these are the tools you're going to need. First, you're going to need a lead melter. We're using a Lee Infinite Heat Control. And then you're going to need some lead or another metal that melts. We're using little lead blocks. I already got some in here, it's all melted up. And then you're going to need a mold. We're using a Do It Industries jig head mold. They got a whole bunch of different sizes. They got a whole bunch of different molds you can use. They got sinkers, spinners, jig heads, just about anything you can think of, they make it. And then you're going to need your hooks. Today we're going to be using Eagle Claw jig hooks. We're using size 1, size 2s, and size 1s. I think they're just a little longer. And then you're gonna need a scraper to get them out of here because sometimes they get stuck. You're also gonna need a pair of snips to cut the excess lead off of the jig heads. Snips? So, I guess let's just get started. Okay. So we're using size 2 Eagle Claw jig hooks. We think they work the best. They're the right size that we like to use. So what you basically want to do is you want to take a couple of these and place them, put the eye of the hook right inside the mold where it's going to stick out. Then you're going to grab a couple more, if I can get them out of the box. You're just going to line them up. You really want to make sure that you put the eye of the hook where it's supposed to go in the mold, because if not, the lead will cover it and then you won't be able to put your line through the eye of the hook to use. So we're just going to put a few more of these in here. Alright, then what you want to do is you're going to fold this in half like this. You want to clamp it. See, when it's clamped, the hooks won't fall out. You just drip your lead right into there. And you want to come over here and go right underneath where lead's going to pour out. There's a little like tip down here that when you lift this handle, lead's just going to pour right out and go into these holes. So, and you gotta do it really slow or it won't work. Alright. You come over here and just let it clamp for a little bit. Since it's still hot, honestly it dries pretty quick, but we like to just keep it in here to make sure it stays formed the way we want it. So after you wait a few seconds, you just try to open it up. You just pull it out. And there, you got your pretty good jig head hooks. Then you want to take your scraper, come over here, flip it upside down, scrape them out the bottom. That's what they're going to look like when they come out of the mold. Here's a better example. And then, you're going to take your like wire cutters or snips or whatever you want to call them. Take the excess lead and just cut it off the top. And there, got your jig head ready to go fishing with. And then you take your excess lead, just drop it back in the pot, and you're ready to make some more. So I'm just going to do that for the rest of these. And drop it back in the pot, get ready to make some more. And then after we make a bunch of these, we're gonna show you guys how to paint them in any color you want. We got like dust paint, we got just regular paint, and we're gonna show you what designs we like to use and stuff like that. So I think we're gonna jump into a time lapse on what to do. We're just gonna make a bunch of these and show you guys the painting process in the end. fishing and carp fishing. So we had Barrett make some weights. We made some 5/8 ounce weights, some 1 ounce weights, and some 2 ounce weights. And we're finished making all our jig heads. So we're gonna go over to George and he's gonna show us how we're gonna paint them and make the designs that we want.
All right, so to start painting them, first you want to heat these things up in a toaster oven. I usually let them sit in there for about 5-10 minutes. You want to get them so they're real hot. It helps paint stick. What we're using, we're not using just regular acrylic paint. We're using powder paint, which helps them stick and stay on in the water. So you just want to take one of these off because they're real hot with pliers. And then what I do, depending on what color you want, I just dip them in there real quick. Shake them up a little bit, take them out, pat them off, re-dip them, pat them off again, and then you stick them in water real quick. It helps it look more glossy when they heat up. And then you want to stick them right back on there to put them back in the oven after they're all done. So I'll get back to you guys once the rest of these are painted. I'll paint them an assortment of colors. Alright, so we got these little jig heads painted. We didn't realize how quickly the lead would cool, so we only painted a few. We'll use this black one as an example. We're going to try to paint an eye on it now. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some acrylic paint. I'm going to use pink for this one. We like to use pink on the black jig, sometimes red as well. But you can do whatever you want. Just get a little dab of that. It's really easy. You just get a little paintbrush, whatever you have. Take a little bit of it, and just literally take a little, poke it with the paint. And you'll get a little eye. You can do both sides if you want. You can add a little bit more so it's a little bit clearer. And you got a little pink eye. I'll probably add a little center to it if you want. That's really it. It's pretty simple. Alright, so we painted a few more, got a few more details. We got some speckles with black. This one in the middle right here looks pretty ugly, but it's a glow-in-the-dark one, so when we get it into some light and then down in the water, it'll glow. And then, yeah, we just drew some eyes. That one right there is pretty freaking ugly. I don't know who painted that one. And then we're gonna give it a good old clear coat to make them look a little bit more shiny. So he's just gonna spray that on real quick. Sprayed on that pretty good, I think.
Thanks for watching another Yakin episode. We would have filmed it out in the garage, but the wind picked up and the audio turned to doo-doo sauce, so now we're down in the basement. But thanks for watching. Remember to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And remember to like the video and share it with your friends. And join the squad. Hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys later.